you talked about it on Tuesday being a must-win game, and we've done it. How proud are you of that performance?
Really pleased, first and foremost, because obviously we get the win. We knew the magnitude of the game, and I think you've seen that with the level of commitment and desire and everything that the boys put onto the game. Not just the starters, the boys that come on, they're putting their bodies on the line when they needed to. They're also being impacting the game from the other side, and everybody really put in a right good shift, and that's what was needed, and we get the win.
You talked about that a lot in this last few weeks, how important all the players would be, and not only did two subs combine to get what proves to be the winning goal, but you've got a number of players brought onto the park that have the freshness to keep the ball up in Aki's territory to wind down the clock. So you're right, they've all had to contribute, and they all have contributed.
Aye, well, don't just say that. And listen, I get it as well from a player's point of view. There's nothing more frustrating when either you think you should be playing or you're desperate to play and you maybe don't get that call. But we've got a great group there that everybody knows what's required. They know that if they're required for 30 minutes or they're required to start the game and they get taken off, it's nothing personal, and it's the best way we can do it to win a game of football. You see that, like I said, the subs coming on and having an impact. And listen, the way football is now, it's virtually dependent on substitutions. Very few games are won and lost with a starting 11. You're always needed, good or bad, whether it's defensively minded changes or attacking minded changes. There's always changes that come on to determine a game, and like I said, now we've got a good few boys back, and we have that luxury to go and put kind of XYZ personnel on and tweak wee things, certain areas of the pitch. It's obviously really pleasing, and like I said, to get that kind of winning goal and the two subs combining just kind of shows you the mentality that they're all in it.
What was it like to play in? Because the first half both teams hit the woodwork and worked the goalkeepers. Second half seemed to be a wee bit scrappy until the goal, and then it all opens up again a wee bit. Can I hear him, scare him?
Nah, to play in anyway, maybe for the side it maybe looked like that, but we should have the game dead and buried by 45, if I'm honest. We have a thing of 1-on-1 and another really good opportunity. I think we should definitely be kind of 2 up anyway. Boy makes an unbelievable block. I'll need to watch that back because it looked like one of these ones how's he missed from where we were, but I don't know the circumstances. But again, I think those are the moments, and it was a subtle reminder at half time that yes, the performance has been good, but you've got to be ruthless at the correct times, and probably been a bit of a downfall if I'm honest this season. But at the same time, going into the game, we never let it affect us. You could see that it wasn't playing on our minds and thinking we'll feel sorry for ourselves. The main thing was about maintaining that composure, utilising the space and the good things and good elements of the game that we'd done in the first half. And could we do that? Naturally, Hamilton start to control a bit of the ball, which we then had to tweak. Like you say, we got some fresh substitutions and stuff on, and we regained control of the ball. But the big thing was in possession and out of possession. That's what I said to the boys. It's not just about controlling the game with the ball, it's about out of possession. Could you be solid? Which you look at the back four, myself, Dino when he comes on looked assured, looked nothing really kind of carved us open, looked really kind of solid, and it was required from everyone. McCabe comes in and has his debut, which is magnificent for him. You could see certain times of the game a little bit nervous, but I think he's 19-year-old as a goalkeeper, which in goalkeeper years it's about 14, so he'll learn from that, and it's a great experience. So really delighted for him. Big Aaron Reid to get his first start in a long time. I thought he was unplayable. I thought he gave us a different dimension. I think Ben was able to read and kind of perform off him, his movement, and allow Reid to occupy and take the brunt of the centre back's kind of attention. Freed him up, Ben Wilson to get a little bit more space, and then Chris Mockery and Rico Diak come on and ultimately do the same kind of thing. And it was just a good all-round performance. If I'm being overly critical, we should have been more up, but again, with the magnitude of the game, we knew what was at stake. 3 points was a must.
And to get that reaction so soon after the equaliser, when players could have been forgiven for feeling hard done by, they'd done so well to get themselves in front, to respond like that so quickly and get themselves to ultimately prove to be the winning goal, says a lot about their character and their belief in themselves and each other. I know, listen, the boys believe in there. Listen, we know it's a very difficult task, and I'm also a realist as well in terms of what's needed to get out of this mess, but the boys are fully aware and all in. I've said that for weeks. Not once could you
doubt a boy's performance or effort or application. It's never been the case. There's been certain things, I take responsibility for a lot of them, but never once has the players' attitude or commitment to getting 3 points ever been in question. They're too good a group, and like you said, it would have been easy for most teams to be where we are at the moment in the league, to just feel sorry for yourself and think, oh, it's one of these days again, but to then G themselves up, spur on the kind of rest of the teammates, and have another last push and manage the game really well for the last 10 minutes when the referee's decisions and time's going on seems longer than normal.
Tell me about it.
It's up to the guys on the pitch to bring that wee bit of calmness and composure, and Rico Diac, wee Gav, Dino, Strappy, everybody played their part. Frizz leading by example, and it was just an all-round good performance. But it's done for me now. Great, I'm delighted everybody gets their plaudits, and well done Rhys, well done Airdrie, you have done great, but again, that's done for me now. The next one's the next again game, because that's all we can do.
Adam, big win, big performance, what were your thoughts in the game?
Yeah, just good to come in here on a positive performance. Tell you the truth, it's been like Groundhog Days, sort of October to November time coming in here, but we have the boys back now and we're causing teams problems. It's just one win, there's still 7 points, so the old cliche, there's 8 cup finals to go. I think we probably need 5 wins, so we just need to go for it.
I suppose there was a lot of questions asked after the last 2 games because of the nature of the defeats, the manner, and the scorelines, probably more than anything else. But it seems from that performance right from the get-go that you guys weren't taking those as any worse than any other defeat. You were ready to go again and not taking those results into the game today.
Yeah, obviously Barn Dundee, we've lost 3 games this year and it's been against the top 3. Ayr United, there's no excuse. I thought we were very poor. I actually thought, I probably see it differently, but I thought we started alright against Falkirk and then we just lose silly goals. Probably been the story of our season, but I think the performances, as I've said, the last 2 or 3 months have been massively better. I think that's obviously because we're getting bodies back. You see the subs we can bring on today, it gives us such a lift in the park. You can run yourself into the ground, and you get Mason Hancock, who's probably our best attacking player last year, comes off the bench. You know what I mean? Yeah. Big Rico was great, and it gives us such a different dimension. So things are looking positive, but we're still 7 points behind. We need to claw that back.
The opening goal, you get it after what was a really well worked move on the breakaway. You get the overlap from Strappy and then get the finish. Were you thinking at that point that we were just going to build from there?
Yeah, I thought we actually probably dropped a wee bit deep after we scored, which is natural. You want to defend, but that's what I was saying to the boys, keep doing what we were doing. I think their goal's very good, to be honest. From their side, it's a great ball and he's a monster, isn't he? So if he gets his head on it, there's nothing much he can do. But we went again. I was saying that in the pitch, we have to win. There's no point in getting draws for us now. We need to go for it, and we did. Gav, when he touched out his feet, he's got so much quality from the edge of the box. I knew he was going to score, to be honest, and then it was just about seeing it out. I thought we did that very well.
It's not the first time I've seen that from Gavin, a kind of finish of that quality arrowed into the bottom corner, and it felt at that point that there was going to be more chances in the game, but I don't remember Cade having much to do after it goes 2-1. Is that fair?
No, yeah, I thought we were the better team today. I thought we could have been 2-0 up with 2 1v1s. They've won as well, to be fair. They're very good on the break. I think we still look a wee bit shaky when we have a set piece, which is mental, but that's obviously what they worked on, to hit us in the break. But I thought we controlled the game, which was the important thing, because that's the way we want to play. And congrats to Cade, his first game. I thought he'd done very well. He looked a wee bit shaky at the start, but he's very good with his feet, and I think you could see that today, so congrats to him.
I was just going to ask you about that position as captain. You obviously maybe get that wee extra bit of responsibility. I know there's a lot of guys in there that take leadership roles as well, not just the manager, but there's a number of you. But did you speak to him about it? How was he before the game?
Yeah, he's quite sure of himself, kid. It's very different in football. All the young boys are very sure of themselves. So, but to play there and play the way we want to play, you have to be. And as I say, I thought for a debut, especially as a goalkeeper, he did very well.
Brilliant. Well, like you say, we've got 8 more cup finals to go, so on to the next one. Adam, well done, well played. Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate.